Welcome back. Welcome back. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom, Mishpachah. Shalom, peace, and blessings. Good tidings. Mercy. May the Most High love be showered upon you, and the clean water drip and sanctify you and your spirit, your ruach, and your mishpachah, your children, your home, your job, your property. And it's not about the material things, but where we dwell, so does the Ruach HaKodesh, the Comforter, the Mother, the Dove, Lady Wisdom. We give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and glory goes there. HaMashiach, our King, our High Priest, who's coming back to save us very soon. And as we dwell in the land of our forefathers, as we dwell in the land of peace and blessings, we start to realize that the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28, starting at verse 15, have reversed. We're no longer living in Jacob's trouble. We're not in Jacob's trouble anymore. Brother Sly had a great video that he just dropped about a day ago that had one of the old Negro folk songs, that really explained that. And those who have eyes, you will see. Those who have ears, you will hear. Those who don't, it doesn't mean that you're cast out. Doesn't mean that you're two turds. You know what I'm saying? It just means that maybe it's just not your time yet. Because we understand that there's a lot of us who will not be awakened until he returns. But I'm not going to get too preachy. I just want to exhort, not give exaltation, exhortation to my brothers and sisters out here in this battlefield who fight and get their hands a little bit messy every single day for the truth and sincerity, and love walking on this narrow path where you got to kind of, bend down through these brushes a little bit and the hedges are in your way. It's not always clear, but you pray and the Ruach shines that little bit of light through the branches, and you're able to keep finding the path step by step, day by day, way by way, and prayer by pray. So anyway, we're going to get into chapter 41, and it's coming up real soon. All praises to the Most High Yahweh, all glory to Yahweh Shai, and all honors to the Ruach HaKodesh, who gives us wisdom and is always our comforter. Hallelujah. Let's begin. Hallelujah. Let's wash up, dip in. All right. And chapter 41 reads, "And it came to pass at the end of 2 full years that Pharaoh dreamed, and behold, he stood by the river. And behold, there came up out of the river 7 well-favored kine, and fat-fleshed, and they fed in the meadow. And behold, 7 other kine came up after them of the river, ill-favored, and lean-fleshed, and stood by another kine, upon the brink of the river. And the ill-favored and lean-fleshed kine did eat up the 7 well-favored and fat kine. So Pharaoh woke, and he slept and dreamed the second time, and behold, 7 ears of corn came up upon one stalk, rank and good. And behold, 7 thin ears, and blasted with the east wind, sprung up after them. And the 7 thin ears devoured the 7 rank and full ears. And Pharaoh woke, and behold, it was a dream. And it came to pass in the morning that his Ruach was troubled, and he sent and called for all the magicians of Egypt, and all the wise men thereof, And Pharaoh told them his dream, and there was none that could interpret them unto Pharaoh. Then spake unto chief butler unto Pharaoh, saying, I do remember my faults this day. Pharaoh's wroth with his servants, and put me in ward, and the captain of the guard's house, both me and the chief baker. And we dreamed a dream in one night. I and he, we dreamed, each man according to the interpretation of his dream. And there was there with us a young man, an Hebrew servant of the captain of the guard. And we told him, and he interpreted to us our dreams. To each man according to his dream he did interpret. And it came to pass, as he interpreted to us, so it was. Me he restored unto mine office, and him he hanged. Then Pharaoh sent and called Joseph, and they brought him hastily out of the dungeon. And he shaved himself, and changed his raiment, and came in unto Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, I have dreamed a dream, and there is none that can interpret it. And I have heard say of thee, that thou canst understand a dream and interpret it. And Joseph answered Pharaoh, saying, It is not in me. Yahweh shall give Pharaoh an answer of peace. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, In my dream, behold, I stood upon the bank of the river, and behold, there came up out of the river 7 kine, fat-fleshed and well-favored, and they fed in the meadow. And behold, 7 other kine came up after them, poor and very ill-favored, and lean flesh, such as I never saw in all the land of Egypt, for badness. And in the lean and the ill-favored kine did eat up the first 7 fat kine. And when they had eaten them up, it could not be known that they had eaten them, but they were still ill-favored, as at the beginning. So I awoke, and I saw in my dream, and behold, 7 ears came up in one stalk, full and good. And behold, 7 ears weathered, thin, and blasted with the east wind sprung up after them. And the thin ears devoured the 7 good ears. And I told this unto the magicians, but there was none that could declare it unto me. And Joseph said unto Pharaoh, The dream of Pharaoh is one. Yahweh hath shewn Pharaoh what he is about to do. The 7 good kine are 7 years, and the 7 good ears are 7 years. The dream is one. And the 7 thin and ill-favored kine that came up after them are 7 years, and the 7 empty ears blasted with the east wind shall be 7 years of famine. This is the thing which I have spoken unto Pharaoh. What Yahweh is about to do, he sheweth unto Pharaoh. Behold, there come 7 years of great plenty throughout all the land of Egypt, and there shall arise after them 7 years of famine, and all the plenty shall be forgotten in the land of Egypt, and the famine shall consume the land. And the plenty shall not be known in the land by reason of the famine following, for it shall be very grievous. Salake. And for that the dream was doubled unto Pharaoh twice. It is because the thing is established by Yahweh, and the Most High will shortly bring it to pass. Now therefore, let Pharaoh look out a man discreet and wise, and set him over the land of Egypt. Let Pharaoh do this, and let him appoint officers over the land, and take up the 5th part of the land of Egypt in the 7 plenteous years. And let them gather all the food of those good years that come, and lay up corn under the hand of Pharaoh, and let them keep food in the cities. And that food shall be for store to the land against the 7 years of famine, which shall be in the land of Egypt, that the land perish not through the famine. And the thing was good in the eyes of Pharaoh, and in the eyes of all his servants. And Pharaoh said unto his servants, Can we find such a one as this is? A man in whom the Ruach of Yahweh is. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, Forasmuch as Yahweh hath shown thee all this, There is none so discreet and wise as thou art. Thou shalt be over all my house, and according unto thy word shall all my people be ruled. Only in the throne will I be greater than you. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, See, I have set thee over all the land of Egypt, Mizraim. And Pharaoh took off his ring from his hand and put it upon Joseph's hand, and arrayed him in ventures of fine linen, and put a gold chain about his neck. And he made him to ride in the second chariot which he had. And they cried before him, Bow thy knee. And he made him ruler over all the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, I am Pharaoh, and without thee shall no man lift up his hand or foot in all the land of Egypt, Mizraim. And Pharaoh called Joseph's name Zephaniah, Benai, and he gave him to wife Asenath, the daughter of Poti Pareth, priest of On. And Joseph went out over all the land of Egypt. And Joseph was 30 years old when he stood before Pharaoh, king of Egypt, Mizraim. And Joseph went out from the presence of Pharaoh, and went throughout all the land of Egypt, Mizraim. And in the 7 plenteous years the earth brought forth by handfuls. And he gathered up all the food of the 7 years which were in the land of Egypt, and laid up the fruit, the food in the cities, and food of the fields, which was round about every city, laid he up in the same. And Joseph gathered corn as the sand of the sea, very much, until he left numbering, for it was without number. And unto Joseph were born 2 sons before the years of famine came, which Aset, the daughter of Poti-Farah, priest of On, bare unto him. And Joseph called the name of the firstborn Manasseh, for the Most High, said he, hath made me forget all my toil, and all my father's house. And the name of the second he called Ephraim, for the Most High, Yahweh Elohim, hath caused me to be fruitful in the land of my affliction. And the 7 years of plenteous that was in the land of Egypt were ended. And the 7 years of dearth bringeth to come, according to Joseph he said. And the dearth was in the lands, but in all the lands of Egypt there was bread. And when all the lands of Egypt were famished, the people cried to Pharaoh for bread. And Pharaoh said unto all the Egyptians, Go unto Joseph, what he has said to do, do. And the famine was over all the face of the earth. And Joseph opened all the storehouses, and sold unto the Egyptians, and the famine waxed sore in the land of Egyptian Mizraim. And all countries came unto Mizraim, Egypt, to Joseph for to buy corn, because that the famine was so sore in all the lands. Wow. Yes, indeed. Yes, Lord. Yes, Adonai. So that was chapter 41, and we'll continue. And thanks for sticking with me. Sorry, sometimes I end up using some of the Greek, the Greco-Roman, interchangeably with the Paleo-Hebrew and the Post-Hebrew. And, you know, we're all just learning, y'all. So don't stab my head. But anyway, thanks for rocking with me. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.